Vaping has become a popular trend in recent years, but many people don't realize the harmful effects it can have on your health. Vaping is the act of inhaling vapor from an electronic cigarette or other devices. The vapor is produced by heating nicotine, flavorings, and chemicals to create an aerosol that is then inhaled. Vaping can be dangerous to your health and can cause a number of problems, including cancer, lung disease, and heart disease. What is vaping? Vaping is the act of inhaling flavored vapor from an electronic cigarette or other devices. The vapor is produced by heating nicotine, flavorings, and chemicals to create an aerosol that is then inhaled. Let's take a look at some of the harmful effects of vaping. Vaping can cause cancer. The vape flavors have some very strong chemicals in them. These chemicals can be injurious to your health. They can even cause diseases like throat and lung cancer. It is very important to be aware of such harmful effects of vaping, as you may not feel your health deteriorating right away, but it can be fatal in the long run. Vaping can damage your lungs. When you vape, you are inhaling tiny particles into your lungs. Over time, these particles can cause lung damage and even lead to lung diseases like bronchitis and emphysema. Over time, your lungs can get extremely damaged, and you may not only have trouble breathing, but it may also cause bigger problems like lung cancer. Vaping can increase your risk of heart disease. The chemicals present in vape flavors can also increase your risk of heart disease. When you inhale these chemicals, they can cause your blood pressure to rise and your heart rate to go up. This increases your risk of having a heart attack or stroke. Vaping can be addictive. Vaping is not only dangerous to your health, but it can also be addictive. The nicotine in vape flavors is very addictive and can cause you to become hooked on vaping. Nicotine addiction makes you want to take more, and the more you take, the more it destroys your health. Vaping is not safe for pregnant women. Pregnant women should never vape, as it can be harmful to both the mother and the baby. The nicotine in vape flavors can cross the placenta and enter the baby's bloodstream. This can cause problems for the baby like low birth weight, premature birth, and even death. You should also avoid vaping at all costs if you are breastfeeding. Vaping can be harmful to the children in your house. The chemicals in vape flavors are also harmful to children. They can cause problems like asthma, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Children are also more likely to get addicted to vaping than adults. Even if the children don't vape themselves, they can be passive smokers and suffer the dangerous consequences that anyone using the vape would. It can be dangerous for your dental health. Do you vape a lot? Do you feel that your teeth have started to get bad? Well, believe it or not, there is a connection between the two. The chemicals in vape flavors can also be harmful to your dental health. Vaping can cause tooth decay, gum disease, and even mouth cancer. It is important to keep your teeth healthy if you vape, and make sure to visit the dentist regularly for checkups. It can cause throat infection. Vaping can also cause throat infections. The chemicals in vape flavors can irritate your throat and make you susceptible to infection. You may start feeling pain and irritation in your throat after vaping for some time. If this happens, stop vaping immediately and see a doctor. Vaping can cause coughing. Vaping can also cause coughing. The chemicals in vape flavors can irritate your throat and airways and cause you to cough. It is important to stop vaping if you start coughing, as it means that the chemicals are too much for your throat and lungs. This cough can be annoying, as it can turn into a permanent smoker's cough. It can cause mouth irritation. The chemicals in vape flavors can also cause mouth irritation. They can make your mouth feel dry and sore. The chemicals can also damage the tissues in your mouth, leading to bad breath and even tooth decay. It is important to drink plenty of water if you vape and brush your teeth regularly to avoid any dental problems. Vaping can cause headaches. The chemicals in vape flavors can also cause headaches. They can irritate your sinuses and lead to a headache. It is important to drink plenty of water if you vape and take breaks often to avoid getting a headache. The vapors can irritate your eyes. The vapors from vaping can also irritate your eyes. The chemicals in vape flavors can cause your eyes to water and become red and irritated. It is important to avoid vaping if you have sensitive eyes or if the vape flavor you are using is making your eyes feel uncomfortable. It can cause your mouth to dry up. The chemicals in vape flavors can also cause your mouth to dry up. This is because they are very irritating and can make your mouth feel very dry and uncomfortable. It is important to drink plenty of water if you vape and avoid sugary drinks, as they can make the problem worse. It can cause nasal congestion. The chemicals in vape flavors can also cause nasal congestion. They can irritate your nose and sinuses, leading to a blocked nose. It is important to avoid vaping if you have a cold or if the vape flavor you are using is making your nose feel congested. It can cause sinus infection. The chemicals in vape flavors can also cause a sinus infection. They can irritate your nose and sinuses, leading to a sinus infection. It is important to avoid vaping if you have a cold or if the vape flavor you are using is making your nose feel congested. It can cause asthma attacks. The chemicals in vape flavors can also cause an asthma attack. They can irritate your airways and make them inflamed. This can lead to an asthma attack. If you start feeling wheezy or short of breath after vaping, stop immediately and see a doctor. Is there a difference between vaping and smoking cigarettes? The long-term effects of smoking cigarettes are well documented and include an increased risk of stroke, heart disease, and lung cancer, according to the CDC. Cigarette smoking causes nearly 1 out of every 5 deaths in the United States. Vaping might appear to be a less risky choice for people who are trying to quit smoking. However, that doesn't mean there aren't risks involved, even if the vape liquid is nicotine-free. There is limited evidence to date of the long-term effects of vaping because we know the lung effects of vaping will take decades to develop. But based on the experience with cigarettes, similar adverse health effects including COPD, heart disease, and cancer can be expected. How much vaping is too much? How many cigarettes is too much? How many beers is too much? How many vapes is too much? There isn't a definitive answer to this question, as it depends on the person. Some people can vape all day without any problems, while others may start feeling the effects after just a few vapes. It is important to listen to your body and stop vaping if you start feeling ill. Vaping is not healthy, so it is important to vape in moderation. The harmful effects of vaping are many and varied. It is important to be aware of these effects and to take precautions if you do vape. Vaping can cause cancer, throat infection, coughing, mouth irritation, headaches, eye irritation, mouth dryness, nasal congestion, sinus infection, and asthma attack. How to quit vaping? If you want to quit vaping, there are a few things you can do. Chewing gum can help fight the urge to vaping. The act of chewing gum will keep your mouth busy and will prevent you from vaping. Try to chew sugar-free gum if possible. If you find it difficult to quit vaping on your own, talk to a professional for help. There are many programs and support groups available that can help you quit vaping. Weaning yourself off vaping is the best way to quit vaping. This means gradually reducing the amount of vaping you are using until you are eventually able to quit completely. Start by reducing the amount of vaping you use in a day and then gradually reduce it more and more until you are using none at all. If you find it difficult to quit vaping, research different coping skills online. Try to find a coping skill that works for you and stick with it. You can find a range of different techniques to quit vaping. You can try different coping techniques to see which one is working for you. Once you identify a technique that is helping you to quit vaping, it is important to stick to it so that you can get rid of vaping without it affecting your life in a negative way.
That's it for today. Check out the channel for more health and weight loss content. You can also purchase our weight loss course. And please, like and subscribe to be notified of our next tip. See you next time.